know what time it is.
How it all works.
Come on.
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 What is up? What is good, family? It is good to be here. Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be here. Good to be here, man. I am just looking through a couple of things, checking to make sure everything is good to go. I think we're good to go. Don't know. Yeah, greetings. HIW crew, what's good? What is good? Let's see here. Let's see. And we are live where today? That's the question, $1 million question. But yeah, I'm excited to be here, man. We are using the beta tonight. We had an issue with the go live earlier, but I'm hoping that we were able to kind of sort that out and keep things rolling. Let me know you're watching. I'm assuming you're watching on the right channels. Everything is good to go. I'm going to get into the news in just a second. I just want to make sure, like double check to be sure that I am live in the right spaces tonight. You know how that goes, right? You never can tell. Yep. I'm live in the right space. So at least I can see that there. So I can't ask for more than that. All right. So what's good, fam? YouTube. I see you out there, YouTube. All right, cool. We are going to dive into the news. We got plenty of news ready to go. I see Gary Jones says Facebook as well, right? So Facebook, but where on Facebook, I wonder? That's the question. Is it on the How It All Works page? Or is it on my page? I hope not on my page. No, it's not on my page. It's on the How It All Works page, which is good. Okay, we're good to go. That's all I wanted to make sure of, is that we are streaming to the right locations. All right, Elad, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for coming through. Kerwin says, what's good, Kirk and fam? Excellent, 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 excellent. Excited to be here. In fact, super excited to be here. Ready to get into our news. Let's go.
Your number one source for live video news.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Man, I'm always excited about the news. We have several things coming down the pipe, but I wanted to just make this update. I said this earlier. I said this last week in our update video that I'm going to be doing content for EVMUX. And I see Elad Rozansky's in the chat. Excited to have you here with us, brother. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. So look out for content from your boy on the EVMUX channel. So excited about that. You can see one of the videos actually just dropped today. Not this one. I'm pointing the wrong way. Not this one, but definitely this video is going to be coming up soon as well. So wanted to make sure you guys know that. Next thing I want to share with you is what we got going next week. Next week, we're going to be looking at live stream platform updates, Ecamm Live, Cinemaker, several other pieces. These are for installed live streaming platforms. So tier 3 streaming platforms. You know how it goes. Excited about that. We got some great things coming down the pike where that's concerned. So definitely looking forward to getting some of your input and feedback on that because that is going to be fun. All right. Next thing we have in the news. This is now like we're getting into the real stuff now. Now, listen, Spotify had announced some time ago that they're going to get into the video space, right? They're going to be doing video podcasting, which is great. I'm glad that they're getting into that space. They announced that some time ago, but they've finished the rollout globally. So that means everybody can now do video through Spotify, video podcasting. See, there used to be a time where everybody just said audio podcasting, or in fact, podcasting just meant audio. But now with this new terminology, right around the pandemic, it was like, oh, what about a video podcast? Joe Rogan and several others made it popular. Breakfast Club made it popular where people just turn on cameras in the room and definitely just kind of shared all the different angles, and people were still in their podcast mode. They had the mic in their face, mic in the shot. That became a thing. But this video podcasting space has taken on new forms. It is taking on new paradigms. As you can see, Spotify, which is largely audio only, has now dived into the video space. What does that mean for your content? How can you leverage it? Be thinking about this, y'all. Video podcasting is here to stay. Let me tell you a couple other things that are here to stay as well. Here is a new thing from Amazon. Amazon launches Inspire, a TikTok shopping feed that supports both photos and videos. Y'all, listen to me. Amazon Inspire. It supports both photos and videos. Listen, short form, very, TikTok enthused and inspired. This is going to be good stuff. So, I mean, look, Amazon is not late to the punch. A lot of people, I think a lot of people do know, but a lot of people need to know that Amazon is behind Twitch as well. So there's a lot that Amazon can do. So we're excited to see how this affects the space. 16 of you guys on the live tonight. Talk to me in the comments. What do you think about these two first ones that we just touched on? All right, Spotify getting into video podcasting, and then of course Amazon Inspire. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you think about these. I mean, I think it looks cool. Hello, everyone. Daryl Mitchell is here. Darius O'Kane says, glad you're here. Elad. Andrew Francis is here. What's going on, bars? Thank you so much for coming through. Gary Jones says, HIAW. Kerwin Bornell. What's good, Kirk and fam? I love it. Love to see it. in Amazon Inspire. I'm telling you, I'd love to see Spotify in the live streaming. Listen, live streaming is, in my opinion, just the next step. So there was just podcasting, and then we added the word video podcasting. That's all we got to do is now say live video podcasting, You see what I'm saying? So, but either way, what I love about these platforms that we've all learned and we all love is that we can utilize them to get into these spaces. You can pull audio directly from your live videos. You can make those into audio podcasts. You can pull video from your live videos and make those into video podcasts. There's no shortage of opportunities for us in this space. I love it. Gary Jones is doing his great work in the comments. Please like, share, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. That's what he said. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I love it. So that's the first two. Let me give you the next one. Instagram Live Producer. Will Amazon Inspire pay affiliates? Yes. I'm just going to say that to you, Bars. I'm going to say that to you, Andrew. Will it pay affiliates? Yes. The answer is yes. Amazon Inspire, inspired by creators. Come on, Kerwin Vordell. I like that one. The way you put that one is nice. But listen, the answer to your question is an easy yes. Now, Instagram Live Producer. This is a feature that I have not gotten yet. If you have this feature, man, let me know, because I would love to test this out. I tested it out with a friend on their account, but I do not have access to Instagram Live Producer. So I'm just living vicariously through the rest of you guys right now. But if you have access to this, let me know if you've been able to test it out. It's a simple RTMP key and code to be able to put into your streaming platform, and then you're ready to go. So if you have this feature, you can actually go live on Instagram right now. Now, they talk about OBS and StreamYard, but it's RTMP. So any of the platforms that have RTMP, which are pretty much all the platforms, can utilize this. And what does that mean for vertical video? What does that mean for your live streams? What does that mean for exponential opportunities? I have a lot of clients. I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of clients who are trying to break into, live video, and they want to use this as a vehicle, but they don't like using their phone to go live on Instagram. Yet Instagram is their number one platform in terms of, let's say, their followers. Instagram, TikTok, their followers are way up on those platforms and not so much on platforms like YouTube and Facebook. So with Instagram coming up with this live producer feature, we have an opportunity now to activate your platform where you have the most audience. That's awesome. All right, let me see what we got here. Daryl Mitchell says, nice. I wonder if Restream will add IG as a destination option now. Whether or not Restream, EVMUX, StreamYard, Ecamm, it doesn't matter. Whether or not they add them, all of them have the ability, Daryl, to do RTMP. And currently, Instagram has not opened up the APIs like they have on Facebook to be able to pull in comments back and forth. Or to be able to have it as a native destination right there that you can pick from the drop down. But you can definitely do RTMP. And so maybe down the line of ways we'll get that. Wait a minute. Bout Dem Laws podcast says, finally catching a live broadcast. Salute, Kirk. Your videos have been a blessing to me and inspiring me to start my business. Man, those are the comments I live for right there. That's what I live for. About Them Laws podcast. Thank you so much for that comment. I'm going to take a screenshot of this joint and save it for later. Thank you so much for sharing with us. That's what it's all about, y'all. That's what it's all about. Thank you. So Instagram Live Producer is here to stay, and it will only get better. What I'm predicting is we're going to see a lot of the features that we have in Facebook. We're going to see those come over to Instagram Live Producer. And there's a lot of robust features. If you haven't played with Facebook's Live Producer scenario or tool in a while, you might want to go back and check that out, because there are a lot of things that you can play with in there. Last item of news for the day is Descript storyboard. Like, if you have been working with Descript, it's basically taking your transcript of your video and allowing you to edit your video by editing the text, which is such a phenomenal platform to be for a way for people who are not video editors to quickly and easily edit video. But now they have this storyboard feature, which means you can actually take different paragraphs out of your transcript and designate them as stories or scenes within the video and just move them around where you see fit. What? If you're not playing currently with Descript, you need to be doing that. Trust me when I say you need to be doing that. You gotta play with Descript. This thing is a crazy platform. You want to check this out. Wow. So that goes directly to the section of the timeline. Yes. You want to check this out, y'all. Descript. Go to just go to descript.com right now. Well, maybe not now. go after the show because we got a lot of things lined up for you. In fact, that's our next slide right there. We're going to be showing you updates from EVMUX, StreamYard, and Restream. Not quite in that order. In fact, probably in the exact Restream, EVMUX, and then StreamYard. We're going to start with Restream. We're going to put EVMUX right in the middle, and we're going to end with StreamYard because StreamYard, I'm going to try and test out the on-air feature, and I want you guys to be able to test that with me. So 14 of you guys on the live right now. Let's get into it. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. All right. I love the news segment in case you were wondering. And in case you just tuned in, I know several of you just joined us right now. Hey, woo, Wongpa says mercy. But in case you just joined us right now, we just finished up the news section and we had some really robust updates to share with you in the news. But I'm going into the teacher mode. Right now. We're going to show my screen and we're going to dive into Restream. Let's do that right now. All right, here we go. Now we're in Restream. We've got everything situated and ready to go. Yeah. So first things first, vertical video from Restream. Vertical video. Okay, let me show you that real quick. If you go into the studio, which is where I am right now, this is the studio. This is their studio, Restream Studio. Now, I want to make a quick differentiation. Restream Studio is different from Restream as a Restream platform, right? So I'm currently using Restream right now to stream to all these destinations. Okay, so LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm streaming to all four. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I must be streaming to one more because I know I've 5 destinations today. So I'm streaming to all those destinations using Restream right now, from Ecamm to Restream to all my destinations. So I'm using Restream as my CDN. But in this instance, we have Restream Live Studio, which is a full browser-based tier 2 streaming platform. Okay, so that's what we have on screen right now, and you're looking at my back camera, the camera that's behind me, and we're ready to go. Now, on screen, you see my back camera. The only thing that's left to do is to go into vertical mode, and that you go into vertical mode simply by clicking right here. You see where it says portrait orientation and then landscape orientation. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Portrait orientation and landscape orientation. These are the two. So we click on portrait orientation and immediately it takes my video, makes it smaller. I can add another let's say an extra camera. Let's add that in, and we can bring that on screen just by doing that. So now we have 2 cameras there. I can add in a video. Just bring in a local video. Let's bring in a local video. We'll just do the M audio bundle. Let's just do that. Just a first video right there. Now I've got this video. I can click loop on that video and turn this on. Oh, let's get that on. Now I've got my video playing. You can see me there. We could do a picture in picture kind of scenario where you have one here, one there. Okay. You see how that kind of takes precedence there. But anyway, you can kind of play around with them. Let's move this to this other scene. Now we've got the 2, one big on the top, the other 2 on the bottom are a little bit smaller, but these are all vertical, and they're all in the studio. What we can also do is change the backgrounds as well. We can change the backgrounds as well. Plenty of options that you can do right here from the studio. Vertical video. I said this in my video the other day. Vertical video is here to stay. Vertical video is here to stay. So how can you incorporate vertical video into your streaming, into your streaming setup, into your streaming timeline, into what you are doing online? All right. How can you do that? So 16 of you guys are watching with us tonight. 18 of you guys are watching. I'm looking at my comments as well. I see several of you are there. Cool. And any questions on this? Listen, all I did was come right here to the bottom of the studio. The new feature with Restream and the ability to sell with vertical option will be phenomenal. Let me tell you. I know that this is not going to be enough to get people to change from their platform of choice, but it will cause people to ask questions. It will cause people to ask questions. Nicholas Brazil is on the live. He says, "Hey fam, call me." Yo, Nick, that's my dude. Haven't chatted with you in a minute, bruh. So I'm definitely going to check you out. This right here is vertical video. And I'm telling you, listen, did you know that YouTube now allows you to not only stream with 9:16, which is vertical, but the viewer can actually hit full screen and make it full screen, and boom, you're good to go. This is a changer. This is a game changer. Y'all, trust me when I say you're going to want to make sure you keep up with this stuff. All right. Nick Brazil, thank you so much for coming through. That is one of the first options. All right? We're going to get rid of these. We're going to get rid of my other video, get rid of that one. We're going to remove them from the studio, remove source, remove the video from the studio, remove source, and we're good to go. Bout Them Laws says, wow. Now we're vertical. I'm going to go back to the regular, and we're going to go back to our main screen for Restream, which is the dashboard, right? So this is the dashboard right here. You can see all the different things I got going on. Even the show for next week is already scheduled. So this is our main screen. And you can see here I have what? Test shopping event? What's that, Kirk? I'm so glad you asked. What you can do now is you can go to live shopping, which is an option right here on the side of your screen here in Restream. You go to live shopping and you can actually open up and get your live shopping going. So we can click here, we can click to connect a store, and then you have this screen. You can do Shopify, Etsy, Woo, Wix, other stores, affiliate links. Listen, let's test this. Let's test this out real quick. All right, let's test this out real quick. We're going to test this out by going to my Amazon page. We're going to go to any item. Let's go to this item here, the MV5C. We're going to go to this. We're going to grab the text, get the text link. Come on, here we go. This is an affiliate link. I'm copying this right now. Go ahead and close that down. Let's go back to our Restream setup. The Restream setup is here. We're going to just click affiliate link. Yes, sir. I'm going to paste that in there, click connect. And we're testing this. Let's see what happens. Boom. Affiliate link. I haven't done anything except for put my affiliate link into the joint. That's all I've done. I can add another affiliate link right here. Now, I'm using that affiliate link from Amazon, but think about the possibilities here just for a second. If you have affiliate links for B&H, if you have affiliate links for Best Buy, if you have affiliate links for Walmart, if you have affiliate links for whatever product you might be, you could put those affiliate links in here and have them come up in your live shopping session. That's a game changer. So we say we've got one added here. We can go back here. We can add Shopify. Like I said, we've done the affiliate links, and then of course you have Amazon. I can connect my store. Now I've already connected my store, so I can actually go here and say how it all works with the Nugents. It's going to pull everything from my store, everything from my ideal list from my store. Yeah, that's super powerful. Come on. So we're going to scroll down here, and we've got, this is the Teneco Smart Wet. All right, let's add that to the list. Yeah. Gary Jones is like, what in the world? Add that to the list. We have these added. I've got 2 of these added here. I'm going to say next. I can add additional products. I can do other things here. Now let's go into the studio. I'm simply going to go over here to live sales. So we go to live sales, captions, chat. Let's put this on so it's not as big. All right, cool. So we have that there. We've got the thing added. And all I'm going to do now is simply add one of these items to the screen. Okay. Boom. Now it's on the screen. And now that it's on the screen, anybody can scan it. Now I'm sharing my screen into the live stream right now so that you can see the back end and see what it looks like. But imagine that program window was the only window up. Imagine if that was the only window up. And if it was, you would essentially be able to just take just scan that barcode that's on the screen right now and be done with it. That's it. That to me is absolutely crazy that you have that level of functionality. You can see it animating on the screen right now. You can see the price. You can see the description. And if you scan it, look right here. It says show alerts on QR code being scanned. Show alerts on QR code being scanned. Think about that. Think about that for a second. So when people scan the QR code, you will see that notification will pop up. Kerwin says, I just scanned it. Now, I would have to be live, Kerwin. I would have to be live to make that work. But you could actually see the QR code pop up when we scan it. What? So so let's say 4 or 5 people scan. I, as the producer in the studio who's streaming, can see that Kerwin scanned it, Gary scanned it, Nick scanned it, Bout Them Laws scanned it, and it'll show me 4 people have scanned this thing. This is what live shopping is all about. Here's another point I want to show. Push featured product links to the chat. So when I feature this product, this small rig multi-thing functional, it's going to not only show it on screen, it's going to also push it to the chat. So in the chat, on whatever platforms that I can chat on, it's going to push this link to the chat when I'm highlighting it. This is the piece I want to share here. I don't want people to miss this. We'll come back to full screen for this part. I don't want people to miss this because we're done with Restream at this point. You had to get approved to go live on Amazon. You have to apply for the influencer program, and then you could go live in the influencer program. Okay. Best Buy, Walmart, I am waiting to get into those programs right now. And in each one of those platforms, you can only sell the products from that store, from that site, from that e-commerce giant. And I have to build an entirely new audience. So I have 6,000 and change subscribers here on YouTube. I've got 700 followers on Amazon. I've got to build a new audience on Amazon. I want you to catch this. What Restream has done by democratizing live shopping in a way that it doesn't matter that you're streaming to any particular platform. You can now stream to your audience, wherever your audience is, and do the live shopping experience with them. So before, I would say to folks, come on over to Amazon because the experience is different. Like, you can actually see things in the carousel. You can see the picture. You can see the description. The experience is different on Amazon. So I would tell people to come on over to Amazon. But what Restream has done is essentially removed all of that and said, look, you have Etsy, you've got WooCommerce, you've got Amazon, You have affiliate links, you have Shopify, whatever you have, bring it into our system. We'll help you to sell. We will help you to sell. And so now I can create a entirely different shopping experience because we don't all shop from one place. We all shop from multiple different places all over. So I can bring things in from B&H. I can bring things in from Best Buy. I can bring things in from Amazon, and I can have them all in the carousel, and I can highlight them with the QR code. You can scan them. It'll take you directly to using my affiliate link, meaning I'm getting paid. All of that will set me up to be able to push that thing, push my products. Allow me. Now, this is the part I don't want you to miss. For me, it's not so much live selling as it is live solving. I'm solving an issue for my community. I have found that these headphones, when I wear them, they're in my ear right now. They allow me to look like I don't have dome headphones on. Like I don't look like I'm in a podcast studio. I have this clean look on camera, but I can still hear, and these headphones do a great job. I am sharing with people my experience, the problem that I was able to solve with said product. And I have said product highlighted in my carousel for you to be able to solve your problem the same way I solved my problem with said product. That is the reason why I got into live shopping. But to be able to do that on the platform that I already have my primary audience. I see you out there, India. Thank you so much for coming through, sis. To be able to do that on my platform that I have the large audience, it's a game changer. Yeah, it's a game changer. Restream is pulling in all merchant services. Is Restream planning on increasing the cost of the program? I have no idea. That thing just dropped into my studio one day and I was like, let me go try it out. Vertical video, live shopping. There's several other little new things. I showcased some of them. I don't know if you saw them in there. Being able to bring in RTMP sources. You could always do local videos and stuff like that. But having moving backgrounds, I should say live or video backgrounds in the background of your live show, but also being able to, on the fly, just bring it into vertical. That vertical one, other than tier 3 streaming platforms, meaning installed streaming platforms, I've not seen anybody else with vertical. I've seen people put templates up for vertical, but I've not seen any of the streaming platforms have the ability to just one click, we're in vertical. This is some of the stuff I wanted to showcase as we close out the year. I want you guys to listen. Not only do you want to know what other platforms are doing, even if you will never switch to Restream, and I probably won't use Restream to stream ever. But the fact that they've come out with this platform and this service allows me to go back to my streaming platform of choice and say, hey, you need to look at this, because this could help me. In fact, this could help a lot of us. And that, to me, is the mindset that we want to have where this thing is concerned. I'm just going to pause right here to see if there's any questions. Anybody wants to share anything that you got going on? Ah, man, India says, yeah. I see you out there, sis. Thank you so much for coming through. I see you out there. Restream is pulling in all merchant services. Yes, Kerwin Bornell. Yes, they are. And I love to see that wrench right next to your name, Doc. Thank you so much for being here with us. 16 of you guys on the live. Restream is out here breaking necks and asking for questions. No, I'm just joking. No, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing, and they're killing the game while doing it. Another platform I want to make sure you guys are familiar with, and again, this is a platform that I'm partnered with, so that I'm putting them right smack dab in the middle of our demo tonight, and that is EVMUX. EVMUX, Events Multiplexer, right? So this is the dashboard, my dashboard for EVMUX, and I can do so many different little things from here. I can look at my recordings. I can set up speakers. I can create new sessions. Sessions are let's call them shows. So you can see I have my Amazon Live show, my Midweek Huddle show, my How It All Works show, and then underneath those shows you have the studio. So I go back to my dashboard, you can see some of the recent sessions on the bottom down here, and I can go into the studio. So I'm going to go into the How It All Works studio, my studio called How It All Works in EVMUX. I'm going to go into that right now. Corbin Bornell says, dynamic marketing, dynamic selling, one-stop shop. It's a killer. It's a killer, Kerwin. I cannot argue with you on that at all. So you're looking at my setup here in EVMUX, right? One of the things that I really like, okay, I don't know if you've ever found yourself into a position where you're trying to play a video clip into your live stream. You want to play a video clip into your live stream and you don't want to play the entire thing. Now, for many of us, we just drop it into a video editor. We clip out the piece that we want, export it, and we put it into our streaming platform and we go for it. But what I like about EVMUX is that they have actually given us the ability. Let's go to one of my videos here. Let's go to a new video. Okay. Yes. Here's a new scene. So I've got a new scene here. I'm going to click add new layer. And again, the fact that you can do this stuff in the browser is just crazy to me. It's still crazy to me that you can add layers in the browser. So now I'm in my pro scene. I'm adding a new layer. I'm going to, let's add a video. So we're going to do media files and I'm going to look for a video that is longer. Here's one that's 11 minutes and 55 seconds, right? This one right here, 11 minutes, 55 seconds. I'm going to click on that. I can size it. I want you guys. I just hope you guys are catching what's happening here. I'm not demoing EVMUX tonight, but I just want you guys to see some of the things that are possible. Okay. How do I add EVMUX to my site? I use StreamYard. I don't even understand the question, Ray MacArthur. How do I add EVMUX to my site? What site? Help me give me a little more information on that. And I'd love to be able to help you. But EVMUX and StreamYard are two totally different platforms. So how do you add it to your site? What do you mean? Help me understand. So this is the video that I want to play. And you notice right at the top, you have all these controls to be able to do different things with the video. Okay. I can crop it. I can move it up and down in terms of layer priority. You can also do that right over here. You can go into style and effects. You can round the corners, right? You can do the transparency. You can auto switch this to another scene. So if once the video is done, you can tell it to go to another scene. But here's the thing. You can control the volume. You can loop it. Here is the thing. You can trim the video right here in the browser. I can trim the video. I get 11 minute and 55 second video. I can say, I just want to play this 60 seconds of this video. I can find those 60 seconds, whatever those 60 seconds are. And then I can just say done. So now when I'm ready for this video to play, you can see now that's 38 seconds, right? Everybody can see that it's 38 seconds. So I trimmed this video down from 11 minutes and 55 seconds to 38 seconds right in the browser. And I can simply go here, add new layer, right? And we can add a speaker and we can add me. Boom. So there's my camera. Add it to the joint right here. I mean, come on, guys, talk to me in the comments. This is child's play. We can add new layer. We can go to our media files. We can go to images. Where's the background? I have a background that I can add here. And backgrounds. We can do. Oh, okay. Let's take off videos. Cool. So now we have just images. So we can filter. This is the background I want to use. Now the background is above. Do you see that? Now I can take this, I can drag this down, and now the two pop up on top. I've got my video here and this video here. I'm pressing play.
What about accounting or finance? What about
the 30-second video, the 11 minute and 55 second video is now 38 seconds. video trimming on the fly in a browser-based streaming platform. Crazy stuff. Talk to me in the comments. Talk to me in the comments. What do you think? So Ray MacArthur says, I used StreamYard, created a webinar, and added it to my website. Okay, so that is a brand new feature from StreamYard. Thank you so much for highlighting that, Ray. I'm going to dive into that feature in just a second. I'm going to dive into that feature in just a second, but let's stick with EVMUX for just a second, because EVMUX doesn't have that feature. So when you're asking, how do I do the same thing? Are you asking, how do you do the same thing with EVMUX as with StreamYard? Because you couldn't do that with StreamYard like a month ago. So I want to keep it clear. That is a brand new feature, and I'm getting ready to highlight it. I think it's an absolutely awesome feature. Does everyone have it? No, everybody does not have it yet. So you would have to stream to, let's say, a YouTube, and then embed the YouTube on your website if you wanted it on your website. So, and pretty much most of the streaming platforms are like that right now. If you stream to a destination, you can take that destination, embed code, and put it on your website. Hopefully that makes sense. Right. I just did it. Okay. All right, cool. I use EVMUX. Why not sound at live? Any thought? I use EVMUX. Why not sound at live? Any thought? I don't know what you're talking. I don't understand the comment. So hopefully you can help me out. Why not sound? Why not sound at live? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Why not sound at live? I'm not understanding the sentence. Sorry. So, but yeah, one of the things I just think is absolutely awesome. And I think Kerwin Bornell talked about it right there in the comments. He says, it is a remote producer's dream. No, my bad. It was Gary Jones. Gary Jones says remote producer's dream, a remote producer's dream, remote producer's dream. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Randy Remo says no sound at live. You still haven't explained what you're saying, sir. I don't know what you mean by no sound at live. No sound at live. What do you mean? Help me. All right. So, but this trimming feature is just one of the features that I wanted to highlight with you guys right now. This is one of the features that you can do. You can trim the video, set it up just like this. Here's another thing that's new right here at the top, music and sound effects. Really cool setup here. You can set up your DJ air horn. And I know you can't hear that because I don't have that piped into the live stream for a reason. Maybe he means his live isn't getting sound. No sound output. Yeah, that's the problem. Thank you so much, Delmix Edit. Thank you so much, Delmix Edit. But yes, no sound at output. Like maybe you guys are hearing him. Maybe you guys are understanding the question, but I'm not. I apologize for not being able to pick up what you're saying there. Just type it out, what you're looking for, the whole thought, because you've given us little bits and pieces, and you just keep on trying to correct one small piece. Help us with the full question. Now, the way they've arranged this, you have all your sound effects in one section here, and then you have your background tracks in the bottom section here. If you want to play something slightly longer, you have to upload it as a music track, but you have unlimited amount of music tracks that you can upload. You do have, in the shortcut section, you only have 6 sound effects that you can upload, but that's plenty for anybody that uses sound effects, and you can swap these out anytime you want. Now, I've got Mario Dies, and I've got several other sad trumpet, drum snare, several others that you have in the comment in the section here. But this is a brand new feature from EVMUX as well. Background music and sound effects. Absolutely amazing what they've done with that. And again, we are seeing, I keep on saying this to folks, you're going to see that at some points you're going to see EVMUX come out with a feature and you're like, whoa, we've never seen that before. And then maybe like a few months down the line, you'll see another platform come out with that same feature. It's not so much one is copying the other. What it is the community, us, me and you, consumers, We are saying to these brands, we are saying to these platforms, we're saying to StreamYard, to Restream, to EVMUX, hey, this right here is working for me. This is something that would help me. This is something that would enhance my stream. This was something that would take my stream to the next level. And what we see then is the platform delivering. In this case, StreamYard had background music, Restream had background music. And so EVMUX adds background music, but watch this. They also have a specific section for sound effects. The other platforms, while they do have background music, they don't have a specific section for sound effects. And so, implementation becomes slightly different. And so now it becomes, what's your workflow? So the platforms have similar functions and features, but what workflow would work best for you? And you can kind of see on the screen that this kind of workflow would be kind of dope, I think. So hopefully that is something that will resonate with you guys as well. EVMUX came out with these. They've also added social chat. And one of the things I love about, Ecamm, we're going to dive into this next week. I'm not going to touch it now, but they've changed the way that chat is done. But here we're seeing a similar functionality from EVMUX in that I don't have to blindly type to the platforms that I'm streaming to. I can actually come here and say, I only want to type this message to the person that commented to me on YouTube or to the person that commented to me on Facebook. So you have kind of some intelligent ways to be able to type back to people in the studio as a producer in EVMUX. And your speakers or guests or collaborators, whatever you want to call them, the people who are in guest mode in EVMUX, they can see the chat as well now and be able to engage. They can't necessarily type to the person, but you can't do that on any of the platforms. And to be clear, there's a reason for that. You don't want your guest to type back to your audience as you. The only way that your guest would be able to type back to the audience is if they were logged in. And I don't think either of us, any of us, want our guests logging into our streaming account with their social media accounts. Does that make sense, everybody? So as I see these comments come through on these live streams and all these town halls all the time, why can't my guest type back to the audience? Do you really want your guest to type back to the audience? As you, right? I don't want my guests typing to my audience with Kirk Nugent as their handle. No, I don't want that. I want them to type to the audience on their phone as themselves, because I think that is a far more successful scenario for people to kind of work with. We're getting ready to round home base right now, and I'm going to move to my next the next platform, which is StreamYard. But I wanted to just pause here to see if there are any questions about EVMUX as we get ready to move on to the next one. One of the things I love about EVMUX is that they are remote producers who have built this platform for remote producers like them. And so a lot of us get a chance to really see it and experience it and say, man, I've worked with some of these streaming platforms for years now, and it's just really refreshing to be able to come in and see some of the additions, some of the functions, features, some of the way that they've implemented some of the things that they do because they're remote producers too. All right, let me go back to my comments here. All right. Maybe, let's see what we got here. I like volume controls on the sound effects, Bob Pond says. Yes, I like the volume controls on the sound effects. So you can actually, depending on the sound effects, some of the sound effects might be more loud than others. And again, this is one of those implementation things, Bob, that I love. And we can see those, those slight differences. So once all the platforms have a function or feature, then it becomes, how do they implement it? What's the user experience as you use that function and feature? And I love that. I love how they've done that. Thank you so much for that comment. EVMUX has some powerful features. I have both, Ray MacArthur says. I agree with you totally. I have both as well, and I use them for different things. And absolutely, I think especially for those who are just starting out, I think StreamYard is great. But I think especially if you plan on growing, you're gonna feel those limitations fairly quickly. On some of those platforms. And so just like you, I have both. And it's like a toolbox. You pull out the tool you need for the particular stream or live show that you're doing at the time. Radney comes back, says, yes, in my streaming, it is silent. I know to run StreamYard, but in EVMUX, I'm still learning. In your stream, it is silent. So Radney, this is what I would recommend you do, man. I recommend you either get with somebody from EVMUX. I think hit up their support page, try and figure out what exactly is going on. I've streamed with EVMUX multiple times. It's never been silent. And I don't know that there's a feature that I'm selecting to make sure that there's sound, if that makes sense. I don't know that there are three different, let's go back to EVMUX real quick. There are 3 different places to adjust sound. And maybe I can just show that to you real quick, Radney, and just hope that that might be able to help you with figuring out some of what's going on.
What about social?
So let's go. Let me go back to let's go back to the scene here. So we're in EVMUX, and so there's 2 places on screen right now. But if we were live, you would see an additional one here. So right here at the top. And you can see as I hover over it, it says affecting only your end. So this slider right here at the very top, this only affects me as the producer. And then you have, if you had program and preview up, you would see another slider that would affect the live show. And then the last slider is the one here saying this is the one that affects your backstage sound, and it affects it only on your end. So your guests can choose what their level is, but the people who are on their stream, they should be able to hear you. So one of the things I would also say, Radney, is go back. So do a live stream, go back to it and watch it and see is it actually if there's actually no sound, but also check some of these audio settings to make sure that you have sound in there as well. Thank you for the question. And again, like I said, if that doesn't get you across the line, definitely try to hit up the support page, because what I can tell you is that it's not everybody's experiencing that. And that's a critical thing to know is what I'm experiencing. Everybody experiencing that. And you're not experiencing something that all of us are experiencing. So I wanted to make sure you do know that. I see your comment saying, thank you so much. It's my absolute pleasure. Let me see what else we got here. I'm interpreting as live stream is silent. Okay. Yes. Okay. Bob Ponce, reach out to Kirk so that he can understand your full work scope. Hey, look at that, man. I love that. I love that. I love that. I like volume controls and sound effects. Okay. Thank you so much, Kerwin. I think we were talking about Radney, though. Look at all these moderators kicking it. Thank you, David Hunt. Okay. Mind Triggers Comedy Podcast says, is the $50 plan worth getting for the audio separation? Which platform are you referring to, Mind Triggers Comedy Podcast? Are you referring to EVMUX? I wasn't sure. Talk to me. Which oh no, that's okay. Well, that's Darius O'Kane. He says EVMUX has allowed me to level up my streaming production. Thank you for that comment, Darius. But which plan were you referring to, Mind Triggers? I'd like to be able to respond, but I don't know exactly which one you're talking about. Click on the cog and verify your audio input device. Darius O'Kane, that's a really good point as well. You do want to make sure your audio input is set correctly, but I'm also assuming that, yeah, there's a lot of assumptions that are being made there, and I don't want to assume incorrectly, Radney, so I hope that something is there. Yes, so Mind Trigger says yes, EVMUX. I often answer this question this way, and I'm trying to answer it quickly so I can move on to StreamYard, because I want to test some things with StreamYard. If you are, is the audio, so you want to be able to download individual audio tracks, is that correct? And so in order to do that in EVMUX, you've got to move to the $50 plan. Am I understanding you correctly? And if that is correct, my response, of course, is always going to be, it depends. I hate that is the response, but it is, because if you need that functionality, and if you have to have it, then it's absolutely worth it for you. If you absolutely need to have that functionality, it's worth it for you. Now, if you don't need individual audio tracks, you can still get an audio track. So let's say when you do your live stream and you pull down that video, you download the video from the live stream, you can easily split that audio and video apart and just get the audio track and make that into a podcast if that's what you're intending to do. But if you want separate audio tracks, you're definitely going to have to cough up the additional money to be able to have that feature. I hope that makes sense. Several of the platforms have that as part of their pro plan. I know I know Ecamm has it a part of their pro plan. StreamYard has a part of their pro plan. You don't get, isolated audio tracks and video tracks just because you get them as part of those plans. There's I hope that answers the question, but a lot of people want to know, and maybe this is not you, Mind Triggers. Maybe this is not you, but a lot of people want to know, what is the overarching, consensus? Are we all saying that this thing is not worth it? Or are we all saying that it is worth it? And the truth is, it may be worth it to me, and it absolutely not worth it to you, based on what I'm getting, the return I'm getting on that investment. So me paying whatever I'm paying per month to get isolated audio tracks, for me, it's absolutely worth it. But for somebody who, and I have several clients like this who are in that hobbyist phase, they're not really monetizing it. It's not really bringing business in. They can't connect what they're doing in the social spaces and influencer spaces and content creation spaces with business that's coming into their brand or their into their brick and mortar, or opportunities that are going to allow them to get money down the road. Me personally, I have already connected them. And so for me, it's absolutely worth it. So I hope that helps to give you some perspective. That's just my way of answering that question. So the last platform that we want to check out, and I know that there are many other options and functions, features that we can showcase, but the last platform we want to check out is StreamYard. And here's StreamYard, and there's a couple of functions and features. Video trimming and splitting is also here in StreamYard in a totally different way. You can record your videos in StreamYard, go into your video and just clip out a piece. So let's say in this video here, I had already done some clips. So in this video, I'm going to pause this because I don't want it to play. You can see there's a tithe clip, there's a no countdown, there's a 4 combined clips down here. So if we go to this one, if I click on trim on this one, you can see that it's just got a little bit trimmed off of the top sorry, this is a 57. I'm saying this right. Oh, this is the tithe clip. So I go to this one. This is a 57-second clip. And even in this clip, it is trimmed down. I'm doing well, sir. I love this. It's trimmed down to 2 different pieces that have been combined together. Essentially what this means for consumers, you have the ability to do some very light video editing right here in the browser from this streaming platform. You can take your video, if you're planning on repurposing it in whatever way, shape, form, or fashion, you can take it, clip out a piece, download it directly from your video library here in StreamYard, and share that clip somewhere else, and then put a link to the long form content wherever the long form content might be. That's really cool. And again, like I said about Descript earlier, having these ways that you can do video editing without being a full-time video editor, it can be a game changer. So I love this functionality that they've shared with us from StreamYard. Video trimming and video splitting are kind of 2 sides of the same coin, and I love what they're doing there. Another thing that I'd like to show here is that you can actually set up to record in StreamYard as well. So here you can see that this is a record only session that I'm in, but on the side, you can see that it just says comments, banners, brand, private chat. If I go to settings right here in the bottom, I go to settings, and in this settings screen, this list is growing. It's been growing for the whole time I've been using StreamYard. I remember when there was just 4 things here: general, camera, audio, and guests. There wasn't even a virtual background. It was general, camera, audio, and guests. That was it. Virtual background finally came. Then they got layouts. Layouts has this check mark here. Then they had hotkeys. They added hotkeys. Now they've added recording. And here you have the option to be able to say, I want to record locally for each participant. And if you record locally, what that gives you is ISO recordings for your broadcast. Now, ISO recordings are different than the overall broadcast. Hopefully you understand what that means. Just for those that don't, though, you can get individual video recordings of everyone that was in your show. Let's say you had a broadcast, you had 4 people in the show, including yourself, that makes 5. You would have 5 videos, and then the 6th video would be the entire broadcast as it was produced or shown to your watching audience on whatever destinations you were streaming to. So you get all those videos, right? And you can take those videos and repurpose them somewhere else. And to be clear, the video is not the small video as it, like how you're seeing me now in this little box. No, when it's recorded ISO, you get the full video, 16:9, full quality, because it's recorded locally and then uploaded after the fact. And so if I check this box, and it's going to give me some message here, just kind of highlighting what it does. Record video and audio. You can see what I'm selecting here. And then I close this. Now recording is now on the side of the studio. So now I have recording here. So that's feature number 2. So video trimming and splitting is feature number 1. Local video recording. This is StreamYard's basically answer to Riverside FM and others who enable you to have that high quality post production, because you were able to get video recording that was recorded locally on your guest's computer and then uploaded after the fact, right? And that usually means you don't have any latency, you don't have quality dip because of bandwidth issues from your client, or sorry, your guest's stream. All of those things are eliminated because you are streaming, or you're recording locally to the computer and uploading it after the fact. This is a really cool feature, and one that I'm excited to see them roll out. And what this also means for several of us is that there may be opportunity to consolidate some of the things that you're doing with multiple platforms to be able to look at just one platform. These are some of the updates that I wanted to share with you guys. The final update is StreamYard on air, and I don't think we're going to have time to do that. In fact, we're right at our cutoff time right now. I had set up a page on my website to be able to embed StreamYard on air. We're going to have to try and catch that in another show. But I wanted to pause here and just to see, is there any other questions that we can try and grab for you guys real quick? I'm doing well, sir. I see David Hunt is responding to Kerwin. Kerwin says, David, greetings to you and your fam. I'll be looking out for that. The black cake. That's so dope. I love it. I love when the community comes together and chats like this. 20 of you guys on the live tonight. We talked about vertical video from Restream. We talked about live shopping from Restream. We talked about sound effects, background music, and the way that you interact with the chat, along with video trimming from EVMUX, their version of video trimming and their way that they implemented it. Then we looked at video trimming and splitting from StreamYard. We looked at how you can do local recording that also gives you ISO, all right? Local recording that gives you that high quality video, but also individual. We looked at all those pieces. We didn't get a chance to look at StreamYard on air, but I definitely will try to catch that in another show. Great value. Thanks, Ray MacArthur says. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us. 20 of you guys on the live still with us tonight. Excited for these update videos that we're going to be able to do. I have a long list of items to try and cover next week. So Ecamm is my go-to platform for streaming. Love to see the innovation in all of the platforms, Darius O'Kane says. And listen, this is the perspective. Bob Pond says this as well. Thanks. I didn't fully understand the scope of StreamYard changes or how fly EVMUX is. Absolutely. Let me tell you something, man. No, there's some major changes on the horizon. I definitely am going to have to do another update video to just kind of walk through especially StreamYard on air. And then we want to do another walkthrough of EVMUX at some point as well, just to kind of make sure everybody understands what the value proposition is there. Thank you so much for that comment, Bob Ponce. But Darius O'Kane, I want to make sure I hang my hat on your comment as we get ready to close. So Darius says, I love to see the innovation from all the streaming platforms. And this is what I want to say to you guys. Look, as consumers, if we don't get so ingrained and bought into one particular ecosystem, we can really kick the tires and reap benefits from several of them. And what do I mean by that? I'm not saying that you need to be bouncing from one to the next, to the next, to the next. I'm also not saying that you need to have multiple accounts, paid accounts for streaming, but there are free accounts available. And there are times when you can get a holiday deal like right now where you can pay for the year for like under $100. That might be worth having another platform just at your fingertips for a year, 1 year, not forever. And that allows you to kind of check out that ecosystem, check out what they have, compare it intelligently to what you currently have or what you're currently using, and say, this works for me or this does not work for me. And being able to say one or the other is very critical. It's very important. So I love that. The perspective is the platforms are innovating because they are vying for your attention. They're vying for your support, your subscription. They want you to use their platform to go live. And I think this puts us as consumers in the driver's seat, to be able to say, hey guys, I want to see this. I want to see this. If we don't push the envelope, what we get from these platforms is going to be more of the same. We've got to think outside of the box too. As innovative as some of these additions and functions and features are, what is something that you would want from a streaming platform that you have not seen yet? Something that you're having to do regularly, that if it was incorporated into your streaming platform, it would just literally simplify your entire operations. Be thinking about stuff like that, because those are the types of things I want to see in the town hall sessions. Those are the types of comments and suggestions and posts that I want to see that we're sending into these support groups, as we're sending into to the suggestion boxes, that we're sending in as innovation and function requests and feature requests. Because when we start pushing like that, I think the platforms will respond. And they may even surprise us. They may even surprise us. Bob Pond says, when they add useful features for the same or less, that's like a price decrease. It's true. It's true. It's absolutely true. And we have to look at it from that perspective, Bob. As a consumer, I just don't want to, there's this whole conversation of Apple and Android. And I never want live streaming to get to the place where we only have two options. Listen to what I'm saying to you guys. We are experiencing innovation. We're seeing new functions and features from all the platforms. Why? Because there are multiple on the market, and there are more coming literally in the next month or two. There's many more coming. But the reason why we're seeing innovation is because there is competition, healthy competition in the market. And it's up to us to not just stay in our little box and say, I'm good right here. You want to kick the tires on some of these other ones. You may never use it, but you may say to yourself, that one feature, that's something cool. I'm certain that several of you are like me and you do not use Restream. I don't use Restream regularly, but I logged in one day to do something else and I see vertical video. I'm like, what? I log in one day to do something else and I see live shopping. I say, what? And when I really begin to dig into it, I'm like, man, Restream, that's pretty awesome. And I hope my streaming platform of choice goes and does something similar. I want to thank you guys for your time and attention. I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight. This has been phenomenal. This is one of our update sessions. We're going to do another update session next week. We're going to take a look at Ecamm Live Pro. We're also going to take a look at Cinemaker. Cinemaker is one that you probably haven't heard me talk about before. In fact, this week, I'm going to do a live session, one of my late night live sessions. It's going to be late, where I go live with Cinemaker and we're going to kick the tires. We're going to try and bring it to its knees. We're going to play with it. I'm going to need some of you guys as guests to come in. So definitely make sure your notification bell is turned on, because I will be streaming on my YouTube channel for that live session. One other thing about Cinemaker, in case you guys haven't checked it out, Cinemaker is what I would call Ecamm lookalike, in that you can do all of the things that you can do in Ecamm. not quite. Several of them, most of them, but not quite. But one of the major differences is that Cinemaker brings in guests using Zoom. Cinemaker brings in guests using Zoom. So you bring people, so your guest joins a Zoom session, you can grab that guest's video and bring them into Cinemaker. Cinemaker's integration with Zoom is such that if you're using Cinemaker, you can actually create a meeting under your Zoom account in Cinemaker. And any meeting that's made through Cinemaker into Zoom immediately moves to 1080p. Not 360, not 480, not 720, 1080p. If you're interested in that, make sure you have that bell rung. Yeah, Gary Jones. If you're interested in that, make sure you have that bell rung. Make sure notifications are turned on. Make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be going live this week with Cinemaker on the channel. We're going to be kicking the tires. We're going to see exactly how it works. Cinemaker. It's cinemaker.com. So C-I-N-E. No, is it Cine? Yeah, cinemaker.com. No, it's C-I-N-A. My bad. Cinemaker. Cinemaker.com. CINAMAKER.com. We're going to be going live with Cinemaker, and we're going to check out. We're gonna put to the test all the things that they tout the platform can do. I'd had a long session with one of their sales team members. We had a great conversation about some of the things that they're doing there. I'm excited to put it through its paces and see what it looks like. And I'm going to tell you this: there are many more coming. Just watch this space. Because of this audience, and I know I'm way over my time now, but because of this audience, because of you guys, these people are seeking us out. They're saying, hey, Kirk, can you test this one out? Hey, Kirk, can you check this out? Hey, Kirk, this is what ours can do. Would love if you could check this out. I love that. And I'm excited to be able to bring that level of awareness, of that cutting edge those cutting edge platforms and all the innovations that they're bringing to this audience, because that's what it's all about. My friends, that literally is how it all works. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for, allowing me to chat about these updates. And I hope that somewhere in there, you're able to see, the value of why we want a packed marketplace, of why having more of these is good for all of us as consumers, of why you don't want to just stay in your lane, in your sphere, in your playground. You want to dip your toe in several other places. Check out what others have going on. And even if you don't intend to leave your streaming platform of choice, at least you have some feedback to give to your streaming platform of choice to make it better. That's the point. I'm excited for what you're going to do out there with live video, excited for all the things that we got going on here. And I will see you guys somewhere around these internet streets in another video. Later, fam.